Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you opinions from a number of chart analysts really having to do largely behaviorally how to handle what we're in right now, the market that we're in right now, because we're clearly in a bull market. Arguably, we are certainly in alt season right now, and you're seeing individual coins starting to pop off just like you saw in 2017. And there are a lot of people that could use some of these little bits of wisdom as a refresher. And if you're new to the world of crypto, please make yourself aware of this information. But also, and this might be my favorite piece of information, which I'm going to put at the front of the video, actually. A very popular XRP chart analyst, this individual, he's very well known within the XRP community for calling the bull run right before it happened, the most famous epic XRP bull run in history in December, basically mid-December 2017. It lasted a few weeks into early 2018. But during that time period, XRP ran from 20-something cents to almost $4. This individual called it. And he also called the top. He called the top on January 4th. He said, looks like things are going to be cooling down. And that was it. That was indeed the top. And so he's pointing out with the structure right now, I mean, it's if you just look at what's happened over the last 6 years, you might be aware of what's to be expected if you look at that chart. So I'll share it with you in just a moment. But I do want to be clear also that I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast in the XRP community. I really enjoy talking about this stuff, tracking it on a daily basis, and I make YouTube videos on it because this is my most favoriteest hobby that I've ever had, but that is all that it is. Now, as I record this, XRP is at 43.2 cents. Bitcoin is at $38,604. Market cap is at $1,172 billion. And Bitcoin dominates at 61.31%. By the way, I was here after the last market tanked a few years ago. I was here when the market cap was quite literally $1 trillion less than it is today. So I'll tell you what, I'm having a blast right now. I fully anticipate that 2021 is going to be, at least for me, the most exciting year in crypto, because the vast majority of the time I've been in crypto, frankly, and I joined the world of crypto in November 2017, we've been in a bear market. So this is tremendously more exciting. It's a lot more fun. Even with the SEC versus Ripple stuff, I'm still optimistic in the long haul. And on top of that, I'm actively diversifying into other altcoins that have not yet pumped. More on the idea of maybe not chasing green candles in just a moment. So the analyst that I was talking about, he's again very well known in the XRP community for calling the most massive XRP rally at the beginning and the end of it. He tweeted out just before I started recording this, or a short while at least before I started recording this video, that his short-term bull target for XRP is now 49.5 cents. That's about 6 cents higher than where we are right now. But this is the tweet he put out that I found even more interesting. Check this out. XRP fans, 6-year floor for the standard versus Bitcoin. And by the way, I know there are a lot of new people in the XRP community and new to this channel. When he says the standard, he's just referencing XRP. In the community, XRP is frequently referred to as XRP the standard, and a lot of people mean different things by that. But I think most frequently when somebody says XRP is the standard, they're referencing its utility in helping move money around the planet, specifically bridging fiat currencies that are not the same. So, being a bridge from, whether it could be the United States dollar to the Mexican peso, something like that. But anyway, so XRP fans, 6-year floor for the standard versus Bitcoin. XRP is an ever-increasing structural base with XRP longs going through the roof recently. You know what's coming. And I want to be clear, too. I'll pull up the chart right now as we're talking, but he's not the first one to point out that XRP longs are basically through the roof. And look at this chart. Because historically, when you see what you're seeing right here, if you look at where I'm circling, if you care to, if not, don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. But this is what he's talking about. This is the XRP/Bitcoin pair. And so you're at this greatest of disparities. It hasn't been here, frankly, that low in the last 6 years. That's the very lowest it's been. And so what you see typically when you get this sort of imbalance like this, that is this is actually what happened in 2017. Here, I can point out right here. See what happened here? this is when XRP started taking off. That would be, this is roughly mid-December of 2017. Do you see the disparity? See how low XRP is down here relative to Bitcoin? And it just goes, whoosh, rockets off. And so he's just kind of pointing out, that's where we are right now. And a part of that also, I don't know if it would have been this low necessarily if not for the SEC news. So I think there's a case to be made that it's even artificially suppressed. It probably, I think that the XRP price would be higher today. If not for that, I think that's a reasonable assessment. I don't know that many would dispute that. But as a result, many chart analysts I follow are acknowledging that this also means that it's representative of the most opportunity. Although I always acknowledge, while I happen to agree with that position, I always acknowledge that it is riskier now to hold XRP as a result of all of this, but it does nothing to shake my conviction. I would feel more stressed out not holding XRP. I sleep easy at night. And so maybe I'm wrong in this all about the way I think and hope this will go and it all goes to zero, but I do not believe that. And so we're just going to see what happens. I've made my own adult decision and you all get to make your own decision. I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold. I'm just sharing with you my opinions on this. Here's a tweet from chart analyst Credible Crypto. And please take this to heart. Seriously. The longer the consolidation, the greater the expansion. Write this down, blow it up 10x, and tape it to your wall. Look at it every time you get impatient after your favorite alt has run 200% up, has been moving sideways for 3 weeks. And so, please take this to heart. Do what you want to do in terms of buying and selling, but to me, this is an undeniable truth of life in the world of crypto. What you see people do, and I'm going to illustrate this further in this video, is they will, especially if they're new and they have no experience, it's the stupid money. And I don't say that to be offensive. It's like, we've all made stupid decisions in life. I've made stupid decisions. I call myself Moon Lambo. That's a stupid decision. We all make stupid decisions, right? But this is not one that you're going to want to engage in my humble opinion, because there are serious financial consequences for behaving like the stupid money. The people that behave like I'm about to describe, I jokingly call it's not venomous. It's just, it is what I'm trying to be funny a little bit. But it is true. There's some truth to it, They're useful idiots. Seriously. What happens is you see something take off. Oh my God, but what I'm holding, I'm missing out. Oh my God, I'm a child and I'm impatient. And then what happens is these people, they get out of their positions that have not yet pumped at all. And then they throw it into something that's already increased, 5x, 10x, 20x, whatever the hell it is. And you are buying when the people that were in early are now selling. And so instead of experiencing FOMO, which is fear of missing out, if you miss the boat, and you will sometimes, then just acknowledge, oh yeah, I missed that one. Because you know what? There are over 7,000 freaking cryptocurrencies. And just in my opinion, this is what I'm doing. I'm just making sure that I'm positioned as reasonably as I can be across a number of different altcoins at this point. And I think a lot of them, if not all of them, at some point will hit over the course of this bullish portion of the market cycle, which could be 9 months or 12 months or longer. I don't know how long it's going to last. But that's what I'm doing, and I will not chase a single green candle. I have strong conviction on that as well. It's just not going to happen, but I will watch other people do that. They're going to do it, I believe, with XRP. We'll see. Like I always acknowledge, maybe I'm wrong, it goes to zero, but I do not believe that. I think at some point XRP is going to start pumping. There will be a spark, there will be a green candle, and people are going to chase the shiny. And then at some point when it goes up enough, I'm going to start selling. I'm the person that you'll be purchasing from. Okay. When it gets up to $4, $5, $6, when I start to sell, and I won't sell most of it at that price level, I don't think, but to start to sell it around there, yeah, that can start to make sense. And so it's just this idea of being positioned beforehand, not FOMOing, not panic selling, and just staying the course and just understanding how humans behave. That's so many people miss here. And then there was this tweet also from Credible Crypto. RIP to those who think XRP will not pump because it's been delisted from US exchanges. LOL. And I'm with them on that. I feel firmly that XRP is moving in tandem with the market, although at an artificially suppressed price today. But again, that to me is why you saw that chart from Harry. Look at this. Look at this chart. You haven't seen such a disparity. I mean, yeah, it's touched it before over the last 6 years. This is a 6-year chart. You guys understand that that's what I was showing you. This chart from Harry. This is a 6-year chart. And this is where we are right now. And I know it happens when you get that kind of disparity. When there's that big a gap, certain people will see it as an opportunity and purchase it up. And then eventually there's a spark, and then people will chase it. That's been my observation in crypto in general, and that's where XRP is right now. But look at what Credible Crypto is talking about. There's this little screen grab. I'm just going to read part of it. The XRP whale activity comes as interest in the fourth largest crypto asset explodes to a fresh all-time high. Google Trends shows surging interest in the search term XRP over the last 2 weeks from a low of 26 to an estimated 100, eclipsing the previous high of 76 recorded in December 2017. And look at what he highlighted here. Hotspots around the world with the most XRP searches are Slovenia, Ireland, Australia, the Netherlands, and Singapore. And so I just want to bring up a point that, there weren't that many exchanges trading XRP in the United States during the last market cycle. More than now because of the haltings. I'm not denying that. But like, for instance, Coinbase, which was the most popular one in the United States at the time, they weren't trading XRP. There were only a handful. It was hard to get money into XRP, frankly, back then. I have talked about it on my channel. It was much easier now until the haltings, right? But even so, my point in stating this is that XRP ran up to almost $4, not because of the trading that was done in the United States. Yes, of course, that was a piece of it, but a small piece. The real reason that XRP ran up to almost $4 is because the rest of the world was trading it and pushing it up. To think that this isn't going to happen this cycle, there's over 7,000 cryptocurrencies. You're seeing S-word coins pump and XRP's not going to. Sorry, my friend, I personally do not buy it. I am not buying what you're selling. Here's a tweet from Magic, and this illustrates I'm just trying to hit home because, mind you, I'm sharing with you tweets from analysts that I respect and follow, and I know that they all have the same general idea of what's bad to do. Okay, and I happen to agree with them. And so I'm highlighting that. Let's take a look at this tweet from Magic. He writes, I'm looking for alts that are far below their all-time highs, have formed long-term bottoms, are in the top 50, have recent high volume, and are above all major moving averages on the daily, 3-day, and ideally the weekly chart as well. Well, what do you know? Does that sound like what I've been saying in a general, not all of it, but in a general sense, either during this video, and really if you've been watching me for a while, like the last couple years I've been running this damn channel, does it sound like, in part, at a minimum, what other analysts that I've highlighted in this video and others recently are also saying? Look at this. If you're talking about, like, what's the next good buy? If it's something that's already pumped, that's not the next good buy, right? I'm telling you. And the neat thing, here's the interesting thing. Please know this too. I've been saying it recently in a couple of videos. I want you to know this because there's so many new people out there. When I entered crypto in November 2017, I purchased 17 cryptocurrencies and all of them pumped. Like, they went parabolic. Every single one of them went parabolic. And within the next several weeks, which is why it was just a weird time for somebody to jump into crypto. It happened to be right when that was about to happen. And so it gets to the point where it's like, you can't choose something wrong. Now, inevitably, they all did retrace. And so if you didn't sell at some point along the way, you could have been financially wrecked. And I certainly acknowledge that as well. But my point in stating this, it's clear. Magic sees this. Magic is stating he's looking for altcoins that are far below the all-time highs, not the ones that have already started to climb. He's looking for long-term bottoms, which is what Credible Crypto was talking about. What did he say here? Did you remember this tweet here? The longer the consolidation, the greater the expansion. Now think about that in terms of XRP. It's been suppressed so long, and when it pops, it's really going to pop. And historically, that's certainly been true of crypto, but especially of XRP. And then he's talking about coins that are in the top 50. Now, the reason that somebody would look for something like that, this opinion is representative of somebody that's interested really primarily in large and maybe mid-cap coins, which is where I am as well. I understand that in terms of percentage gains, the greatest opportunity would be in small cap coins, but I don't want to play that game because that also represents the highest risk. And even though I just cited that every coin I purchased went parabolic, I wasn't purchasing the tiniest of tiny small cap coins, and I don't know for sure exactly how those are going to behave. They're going to be even more volatile because there's less money in them, and to me, that's outside the scope of where I personally want to operate. I'm sure there will be a number of people that actually end up doing well with them. I'm not going to be one of them. I'm just not interested. So I'm with him here. I do the large and mid cap game. And you can see, and so this is one of the indicators too, as far as volume, what you do see, and actually the folks, there's a group called Santiment I've highlighted on the channel from time to time. And they were even recently talking on my fellow XRP YouTuber Crypto Eddie's channel that what you typically see before something pops off, the vast majority of the time, is you'll see an increase in volume. So even if you see consolidation sideways in terms of price action, you'll start to see an increase in volume. And that's an indication that it's going to probably break up, up or down with force, ideally up, right? And so, in a bullish market, though, what's more likely? If you start to, because if you know that money's just cycling through altcoins, what's more likely? That's the way I kind of look at it anyway. And so to me, everything that he's citing there just makes all the sense in the world. And then there was this from High Altitude Investing. Healthy 30% corrections in bull markets are not bear markets. They are corrections. #Bitcoin. And so I want to highlight this, especially for everybody that's new. From 2015, the very beginning, to the end of 2017, right when Bitcoin hit its then all-time high of almost $20,000, so almost a full 2 years, there were 9 Bitcoin pullbacks, major ones in terms of price action, that averaged decreases of 37%, and people did get shaken out by that. And so it's just worth understanding that that's normal for this asset class. It's the most volatile asset class on the planet. And, not being aware of that or ready for that, because I understand, like, imagine you put in X amount of dollars, it's your real money, and then bam, it's down 37%. I get it. That's horrifying. But for those people that stayed the course over that 2-year period, they ended up faring well. And so the general direction has always been upward. It's just volatile because there's not much money in it, and it's easy to manipulate the market as a result of that. And even if you don't think it's blatant manipulation by whales, there's not much money and there's a frenzy around the asset class. Of course this is happening. This is not surprising to me in the least. And then there's this article from the Daily Hodl. Lark Davis warns most crypto investors will lose 90% this cycle. Here's his strategy for preserving gains. And please, again, take this to heart. Popular influencer Lark Davis is warning that most investors will lose money in spite of raising prices in the crypto markets. In a recent video, Davis cautions his 194,000 YouTube subscribers that, even in a bull cycle, most investors end up losing their crypto gains in the long term. You guys did hear that, right? The market's going to go up to some point. I don't know when it'll peak out. And so it represents tremendous opportunity. And he knows what I know, which is that so many people are going to end up losing a ton of money because they don't know what the hell they're doing. And they're lemmings, useful idiots, whatever you want to call them. They need to inform themselves. And so anyway, piece continues. As such, the analyst names a few key strategies to hold on to profits and avoid life-ruining losses this crypto. Yeah, by the way, maybe don't invest more than you're willing to lose, right? Because there's no guarantee in any of this stuff. It is risky. If somebody's not acting like this isn't risky, run from that person and just don't trust them. This is investing in crypto and XRP specifically is very risky, period. Anyway, the prominent analyst observes that most crypto investors fall into a vicious cycle of FOMOing into rallies and then panic selling on the retracements, constantly following crowd mentality and social media hype until they lose most, if not all, of their initial capital. And here's a quote. Most investors, they will buy the top, sell the bottom, buy the top, sell the bottom, rinse and repeat till they're broke. Here's a chart from Sentiment showing that when the majority of social media sentiment is saying buy, 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 that it's actually usually time to sell, 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 sell. And that when the majority of social media is saying, hey, it's time to sell, everything's going to go to zero, that's actually the time to be buying. And I know it sounds crazy, but this is what the herd does every single freaking time. Ding, ding, ding. Absolutely nailed it. Could not agree more with that statement. I've been witnessing it firsthand for over 3 years. On a daily basis, I've been tracking this stuff. These are true words. And so do what you will with this information. I'm not telling you to buy or sell or hold. I'm just sharing with you what I believe to be true. And it's fun to talk about. And so there we are. But I will go ahead and wrap up there. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.